Howdy, roofers, and welcome to Roofer Growth Hacks, a podcast that's dedicated to highlighting those in the roofing industry, learning how they overcame growth challenges with creative growth hacks, and connecting them with others in the roofing industry. I'm your host, Chris Hunter, founder and chief marketing officer of roofingsites.com. I'm also the author of The Ultimate Guide to Digital Marketing for Roofers. Well, this episode is going to be a little bit different. I'm starting to actually have this type of episode periodically, once a month, I'm thinking, and I'm going to call this episode the October State of Marketing. In this episode, I want to talk a little bit about what we are seeing in the marketing industry for roofers and roofing companies, and really let you guys know what is happening. Okay. So, number one, we're heading into quarter four. As I record this episode, it's October 1st, 2024. We are heading into quarter four. Okay. What happens typically in quarter four is that costs for everything, for ads, for all sorts of things go up in quarter four for marketing. Okay. Don't worry about this. This is typically normal. What we do see is typically a 25, 30% increase in costs. It's going to happen, right? And just know that the cost of the per click on Google, cost of ads on Facebook, and that's just a normal phenomenon. And that's because all of these other folks are trying to market in quarter four, and they're trying to get in front of more and more eyeballs. Okay. So just be aware that that is going to happen. The closer that we get to Christmas time frame, the more that that's going to happen. The other thing that I wanted to talk about today was really, something that kind of came up in a conversation that I had with a roofer today. And he asked me how the election is starting to affect people's buying habits, right? He's noticed in his company that less and less people are actually buying. We're getting lots of people that are coming into the sales funnel, right, through their marketing funnels, but very few people are actually buying at this point, and a lot of people are just hanging out and not making any kind of buyer decision until and he thinks and is because of the election. And he's talked with a couple of other roofing company owners, and it's kind of the same thing throughout the nation. So I wanted to let you guys know this and be aware of this, that in the next month, right? As like I said, at the time that I'm recording this, it's October 1st. Early November is the election. So just be aware that people will be holding off. A lot of people will be holding off. Not everybody, but a lot of people will be holding off on big buying decisions. What this means is that we as roofing companies need to keep getting at bats, meaning that we still need to continue investing in marketing to get people into our pipeline, right? With proper marketing. We need to also, and this is critical, I think that we need to be doing a lot of lead nurturing with everyone that comes into our pipeline. Okay. What is lead nurturing? Lead nurturing is just simply staying in front of them with messages. Okay. You can automate this through all sorts of different platforms these days. We use our CRM, the appointment machine, to help automate a lot of these interactions. But basically, you want to make sure that you're constantly educating your audience, staying in front of them, right? We love, if you've ever listened to me, you've heard me talk about a monthly newsletter. That's the ultimate leverage tool, I think, that very few roofing companies are actually using. And it keeps you top of mind, and you're just simply leveraging all of the things that you're producing for marketing anyways, right? For search engine optimization, you have to use blogs, right? Educational material that we're feeding really for the search engine spiders, right? If we're totally truthful about it, but if you do it well, it's also for people. It's educational in nature, so why not leverage that? Okay. You also should be leveraging your job site photos. Okay, and every single one of these newsletters, put your best job site photos in there. Put your testimonials, your reviews that you're getting online already. Make sure that you're asking for reviews. Make sure you're asking for referrals in there. We want to leverage that as much as possible. But the huge point on this is that if we are educating our audience and we're giving them something of value, it gives us permission to stay in their inbox. Okay. So nurturing is critical in this next month for the people who are sitting in your pipeline. right? You also want to do plenty of sales follow up just to make sure that they know that you're going to be there when they do make a decision. Okay. Now, next topic. Let's talk about the season that we're heading into. It is still busy season for most of the country, for most of y'all roofing companies out there. But you're starting to slow down in more colder areas, right? I'm sitting in Texas, right, in College Station, Texas, and it's still 100 degrees. I'm looking at my temperature gauge right now. It says 95 degrees. So we are not slowing down for a while. It probably won't slow down here in Texas, especially College Station, Texas, until probably December, January timeframe. Okay. But if you're in the northern part of the country, you might be slowing down. These are natural times when you need to be thinking about your systems, thinking about what you need to improve on those systems. When I say systems, I mean, your business is literally a collection of systems, right? And so one of those systems that you have is probably operations. One is admin, right? HR, hiring people. Yeah, the other system is accounting, making sure that you're able to get paid and that you are paying people properly, right? Well, one of the systems that you really need to be thinking about here is your marketing systems. Okay, what can you improve this next year? And it's a good time to really sit down and reflect on what's working and not working. Okay, and let's be real about what you should be working on. Do you have reviews? Do you have a website that's properly turning casual visitors into leads and people calling you and filling out forms, right? All of these things are super super important. Are you coming up in Google? Do you have good social media accounts that you're adding to on a regular basis? All of these things are super critical if you want to not only succeed, but if you really want to grow your company, which is obviously that's my goal is to double the size of 100 roofing companies, right? So this is one of those ways of doing that, by the way. So a great way, right? And I talked about this earlier, is that educational content right now is selling very, very well. Okay. Meaning it helps sell you as the expert in your local service area. Cut that out. Sorry. So make sure that you are putting out educational content, things that are of value, right? Talk about what's coming up in this next season. Talk about what's coming up in this next month. Very similar to what I'm doing right now. Okay. And the fact that you know every roofing company in every single different area, we have seasonal things that are happening in each area. Let's talk about those things. Let's talk about what we should be, fixing, improving in your on your house, in your properties. Okay, and the last thing that I want to talk about is I still and I'm going to beat this drum all the time. You as a roofing company owner should be focusing on Google right now. I see so many of y'all that are trying to get leads in from Angie's or Yelp or from Facebook or Instagram or TikTok or YouTube even. Those are all great, but the problem is that the buyer intent on those platforms isn't nearly as high as what they are on Google. So I think that really for the short term and long term future, you should be focusing on Google. Now, I had a question from someone today about how is this antitrust lawsuit going to affect Google? No one truly knows. Okay. However, I will say that Google still owns 91. I looked it up right before I got on here, 91.6% of the market, of the search market. Okay. They're better than everyone else still. If that ever changes, okay, if that ever changes, then we're going to simply replace them, right, with whatever else is replacing them. Okay. Just similar to how Yahoo got replaced by Google. Okay. The yellow pages got replaced by Google. Okay. So let's focus on Google first because that's where people are going to search for you and your services. They don't go to Instagram to find your services. They don't go to Facebook to find your services. They go literally to Google on that $1,000 machine sitting in their pocket, right? That iPhone or Android phone. They go there, they go type it in while they're sitting watching TV shows, whether they're at a little league game, whatever, that's how they are researching you. That's how they are going to find you. So make sure that you show up in every single search that you possibly can. Okay. For them. Okay. That's going to do it for this episode of Roofer Growth Hacks. I hope you enjoyed this episode and that you continue to follow me on Instagram and LinkedIn and YouTube, Spotify, Apple, wherever that you found me. Make sure that you give me, I'm an Aggie, so give me a gig'em, right? A thumbs up. And make sure that you subscribe and follow these episodes. I also want to give a huge shout out to our sponsor, roofingsites.com. Since 2018, roofingsites.com has helped roofers double their sales by getting their marketing right using the 4R roofing marketing system. If you're a roofing company owner wanting to grow your business, be sure to go to roofingsites.com and sign up for a roofing strategy session with me. Also, this past year, I published my book, The Ultimate Guide to Digital Marketing for Roofers. If you're a roofing company owner and you don't have this book in your hand, I will send you a copy for free. Just go to go.roofingsites.com and I'll send you a free copy of my book. Well, roofers, join me next time when we connect with another great roofing entrepreneur and learn how they hack their growth. Until then, I'm Chris Hunter. Thanks and gig 'em.